he's ducking you?
Talking about ducking since before the first fight.
Okay.
There's two things that are happening here. Either somebody messed up in paperwork or in communication or in some form of getting this fight together, misspoke to one of these guys, or Floyd Mayweather is trying to scam Netflix. That is the only two things that can be possible here.
Clearly, he doesn't value anything that he signs. He loves to tell people don't do bad business, but this is like as high as it gets.
Manny Pacquiao laughed at Floyd Mayweather's reported $100 million Netflix fine, saying he should stop acting scared, face his issues like a man, take ownership of what he did, and quit pointing fingers at other people for his errors.
Yeah, don't be a chicken, don't be a coward, don't be a chicken, don't be a coward. Be a man, stop sitting down and throwing your problems on everybody else and blaming another individual or people for everything gone wrong.
Jazz Math stated that Floyd Mayweather completely understood what he was signing, knowing it was for a professional fight. So rejecting the deal now makes little sense because every detail was already clear from the start.
He didn't know what he was signing. He definitely knew what he was signing. He definitely knew what he was getting himself into. But what can I say? I mean, at some point things just get real, and it got real. So that's where we're at today.
Well, consequences are real as
yes,
well. So
absolutely.
what is the ramifications of him taking that money and then not honoring the contract?
I mean, each party have their own damages, right? The production company that we're working with, Everwonder, will help put this together and have a great relationship with Netflix. They're one of the premier live sports partners for Netflix. They have their own claims and damages. We, Manny Pacquiao and Manny Pacquiao Promotions have our own claims and damages, right? We're sitting in a lingo right now, not knowing if this man is going to step in the ring or he's not going to step in the ring. Clearly, he doesn't value anything that he signs. He loves to tell people don't do bad business.
Manny Pacquiao said Floyd cannot break the contract or get out of the rematch now, insisting he wants this fight because he was not at his best in their first meeting and deserves another opportunity.
We had I'm not 100% conditioned because ready for the fight because I have injury, shoulder injury. So that's why right after the fight I go straight to the hospital and get operated.
Reports suggest Floyd Mayweather is under heavy legal and money pressure, with possible penalties going over $100 million because of the Netflix-Pacquiao rematch disagreement. Separately,
now under investigation with the IRS, he apparently owes the IRS $7 million and they're looking to put a lien on his stuff. He's having issues with money, and Floyd Mayweather took the advance money from Netflix to face off against Manny Pacquiao in the rematch September 19th, and it's official on BoxRec. And so Floyd Mayweather's going through financial issues, big financial issues, right? And he's trying to recoup money any way possible. But he signed and took the advance from Netflix to fight Manny Pacquiao in the rematch in September in a real fight, only to turn around and say, it's not going to be a real fight, it's going to be an exhibition. That's after he already received the advance money. Fight at the Spear on Netflix. So he's reneging. And Manny Pacquiao is not happy, Netflix is not happy, so on and so forth, right? With that said, it said that Floyd Mayweather's boxing gym, the famous Mayweather boxing gym, has been receiving issues because unpaid money, right? And so it's on the verge of being shut down, allegedly. I was just there. And now it's widespread reports that Manny...
Recent reports also mention an IRS lien of $7.3 million and ongoing contract breach concerns, adding more pressure to his money problems.
Mayweather, then, did he get on your nerves? Because I feel like he's a little bit more boastful than the people you might be wanting to hang out with.
It's kind of, yeah, he's boastful. I think his god is the material things, money, everything like that.
Yeah.
And
do you guys ever talk outside the ring?
I'm pity with him. I'm pity with him because I want to I want to share the word of God in him if he believe God.
Yeah. I've heard he's a generous man. I think he's done good.
Manny Pacquiao said he feels sorry for Floyd Mayweather, believing he cares too much about material items and always brags about his money instead of showing humility, respect, and accountability.
A high-end Miami jeweler claiming he owes $1.375 million for luxury watches and chains. According to court filings, Mayweather allegedly purchased 27 watches and 15 chains, totaling $1.675 million from AJ's jewelry last August, but paid just $300,000. 5 checks reportedly bounced. The lawsuit follows other recent legal issues, including a New York claim alleging he owes $330,000 in unpaid rent on a Manhattan penthouse, along with a separate federal case in South Florida involving a reported $4 million jewelry dispute. The 50-0 former champion is scheduled to return to the ring in September for a rematch.
I think the number of lawsuits and debt claims around Floyd Mayweather is shocking, including a $1.3 million legal fight over luxury jewelry, adding more strain to his already well-known money problems.
Some up front to secure the fight, but paying everything? Maybe it's not what it is. Maybe the cash advance is like partial, but still, what? So if this is to be believed, and this is via ESPN, this is not, random Twitter person reporting this. I think Mike Coppinger also reported the same thing. If this is to be believed, Floyd took a cash advance and then undermined the promotion of his own fight to try to protect his 50-0 record and still make a bag. Floyd has done this for years. He has done this for years, especially after his pro career. When he was doing these exhibitions, he would not show up to things he was obligated to do, take advances. Even the Deji fight, you can ask Deji, I was there. Floyd demanded that they pay him some insane amount of money.
Wade Plemons strongly questions the debate around Floyd Mayweather's reported contract breach with Netflix for the planned rematch with Manny Pacquiao. According to Wade, only 2 options seem realistic. Either there was a major failure in paperwork and communication during the negotiation stage, or Mayweather is purposely trying to work the deal for money gain. The most shocking part of the report is the claim that Mayweather had already taken a cash advance from his purse before the fight was fully locked in. Wade points out how unusual this is, especially when the event is already at risk. While an upfront payment to secure a fight can happen, taking a large amount and then openly hurting the promotion raises serious questions. He's
100% about to get sued because Team Pacquiao says Floyd Mayweather signed 3 contractual agreements for a professional fight against Pacquiao. 3 separate agreements. They also claim Floyd Mayweather has been paid for signing these 3 agreements and has also taken out a cash advance payment on his purse for the fight. They also say Floyd Mayweather is officially in breach of contract for publicly stating this fight is an exhibition. And if this is all true, which again, this is Team Pacquiao saying this, but
Wade further suggests that this may not be a one-time issue. He explains that Mayweather has reportedly shown a similar pattern during past exhibition fights where money demands and last-minute changes caused problems. He points to issues around the Deji exhibition and the Logan Paul event where similar claims of payment disputes and promotional conflicts came up. What makes this situation even more serious is the legal side. Reports from major outlets indicate that Mayweather signed 3 separate agreements for a professional fight with Pacquiao and was reportedly paid for those agreements. If that is true, then as Wade says, Mayweather is officially in breach of contract, making a lawsuit from Netflix and Team Pacquiao very likely. This could turn into one of the most damaging legal fights of his career after boxing.
But in this new lawsuit and complaint, he's saying that for whatever reason, allegedly, Floyd defaulted on that and then sent partial payments, but not the agreed upon amount. And then he's claiming that Floyd Mayweather had checks that he sent to pay back this debt owed, and they bounced. According to court records, AJ's Jewelry says it only received about $300,000 in payments, which leaves roughly $1.375 million owed. And that repeated attempts to reach Floyd to resolve this debt have been unsuccessful. So this suit also lists and details how transactions were handled.
Floyd Mayweather's expensive lifestyle has long been built around wealth status and public success. Pricey watches, custom jewelry, designer clothes, and a money-focused image have all become part of who he is. But the latest legal dispute involving AJ's jewelry paints a troubling picture of how that flashy image may now be crashing into financial and legal truth. According to the complaint, the jeweler supposedly trusted Mayweather under an arrangement often described as "you are good for it," allowing him to take high-value jewelry with payment expected later. This kind of trust-based deal may have worked in the past, especially for someone with Mayweather's name and earnings history. Yet the lawsuit claims that this time the deal fell apart. The filing says that Mayweather missed the agreed payments and only made partial installments. More seriously, it is claimed that several checks sent to pay the debt were returned unpaid. Court records reportedly state that only about $300,000 was received, leaving a remaining balance of around $1.375 million. Repeated attempts to solve the matter privately were also said to have failed.
Representatives, they have not issued a public statement on this matter or responding to the lawsuit at hand. This latest filing adds to a series of legal and also contractual disputes involving the 8th division, well, actually, he's a 6th division world champion since his retirement. And this is kind of underscoring how these celebrity transactions can lead to former litigation and go left when they are contested. So that is where we are regarding Floyd Mayweather. Troubled times for the now semi-retired boxer Floyd Mayweather. So 1.4.
This situation shows the risks of keeping a very high-cost lifestyle where image often needs constant proof of wealth. Jewelry worth over $1 million stands for luxury, but it also highlights how costly appearances can turn into legal problems when payments are argued over. For a boxer once known as Money Mayweather, these claims raise questions about whether the public image of endless riches is now being covered up by lawsuits and unpaid debts. It suggests that the need to stay flashy and larger than life may be adding to the difficult period around the semi-retired champion.
Jewelers, like these are the, one of the jewelers that supplies like all the other jewelers, right? And he told me that Mayweather is broke.
I keep hearing this.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true.
I don't think so.
But he said that based on his spending and so forth, this is why these fights are happening now. That he needs to make some money back. That the spending has outpaced the money that, the money
he's
had.
been retired.
Right.
And he's still, flying to Monaco with a bad bitch, buying up half the store.
Right. Always flying private.
Yeah.
Does he have his own plane?
Yeah, he does.
He does, right. So that's massively expensive. Even if you own it, the upkeep is huge. Right. Plus all the properties, all the property tax. Yeah, if you're not properly invested, because there was he was saying that he bought this building in the Diamond District, but people are saying that's, the same jeweler said that's actually not true.
Right.
So there's been a lot of stuff like that. Listen.
Aries Spears strongly criticized careless spending habits by pointing to the money troubles that Mike Tyson once faced. He used Tyson's story as a warning that even the most successful athletes can run into financial problems when bad money choices take control. Huge earnings can vanish fast because of over-the-top lifestyles, uncontrolled spending, and no long-term plan. Spears' comments highlight how fame and wealth do not automatically mean lasting safety. Without discipline and smart handling, even legendary careers can end up with serious struggles, proving that money in sports can be just as fragile as success itself.
Is it any good? Like I don't know what it does with him. Does it do business with him? Does it transact with him? I know guys with big followings. There's nothing happens as a result of the following.
So you on the is Floyd rich or is Floyd broke? Which side?
I don't know. I think Floyd ends up broke.
Ends up broke.
If he doesn't, it's not a Floyd thing. It's not a Floyd thing. It's an asset thing. If you don't end up in assets, you end up broke.
Yeah.
So because you can't keep fighting forever.
So if Floyd was watching right now, what would you say to him?
Floyd, you need to spend as much time working on your investments as you do in Neiman Marcus or the Gucci store, the Fendi store.
He could just invest with you though, right?
He could invest to Cardone Capital. I would ensure that he's a billionaire.
Wow.
Grant Cardone, a business expert, criticized Floyd Mayweather's money approach, arguing that bad investments and careless spending habits could block long-term wealth building and safety. He questioned the value of having over 22 million followers, asking whether that audience truly turns into business or income. According to Cardone, a big following means little if it is not changed into assets or cash flow.
Money he's got. And we would basically, my recommendation to Floyd is, Floyd, do not be liquid. You do not want liquidity. Never show a king bed of cash again. Okay, it makes you look stupid. Okay, what would be smart is if you show somebody 38 acres of real estate that produces cash every month and say, look, I own that, and I own this one over here, and I own that one. I met him just 2 or 3 weeks ago. He's like, you know, I got some penthouses. I said, no, you got this much of a penthouse. I own the whole place. I said,
he said you cannot become a billionaire without assets. He suggested that Mayweather could end up in money trouble if he keeps putting luxury spending ahead of smart investment strategies. In his view, wealth is not kept by shopping in expensive stores, but by owning things that produce income like real estate and major companies. Cardone stressed that real billionaires grow their money through systems that create steady cash flow. He further explained that investments like Amazon, Facebook, and Netflix represent modern asset models. While real estate remains one of the most reliable ways to build long-term wealth, Cardone's message to Mayweather was simple. Move your focus from lifestyle spending to structured investing in assets that create family wealth for the future and ongoing income.
Sir, do you know that isn't broke? What a ridiculous question. But it's the fact that they're attempting to tease him. I mean, first off, they're asking the question. Look, I've told you until I'm blue in the face, the numbers that you hear in boxing simply aren't true. Floyd made $1 billion. No, he didn't. Floyd and Conor made $500 million. No, they didn't. Of course they didn't. Nobody's ever confirmed that. Literally nobody. It's the same thing with boxing pay-per-view. Whatever boxing pay-per-view is the biggest boxing pay-per-view of all time is just whoever put out the press release and lied more than the person before them. These have never been confirmed by leadership of a publicly traded company, who is the one that supplies the pay-per-view. It is illegal for them to lie.
Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Glovelard and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.